Module 4. Now everything was said and done. All I have to do now is to find the kidnapper. I thought that finding the kidnapper out would be an easy peasy job. Unfortunately, the case I'm working on has been left unsolved for almost 2 years. Information gathering about the target is never an easy job. There are multiple possibilities of an innocent being targeted as the suspect. People with no wit can never be a detective. The same can be applied to those who work hastily. Hasten makes waste. In order to achieve high-end results, a detective needs to be sharp, have keen eyes, and most importantly, a good problem solver. While doing my bachelor's in criminology, there were times where I had to give my opinion about a case. That is, the identification of the criminal involved in the given cases, which was assigned by the professor as a part of internal marks. Most of the time, the test was conducted orally and I had to state my opinion about the case assigned to me. Unlike the rest of my colleagues who came up with the right answers, I always got a 0 in case opinion. Very soon, I lost the hope of getting full marks in case opinion. But a miracle happened during my final year. During my case opinion oral test, I saw all my colleagues fretting in worry whether they lose marks on the upcoming test because of the cases the professor presented before them was a very tough cookie to crack. But nothing changed my demeanor, as I had no hope of passing in this test from the very beginning with a very cool and composed look. I took the question paper handed to me by the professor. A few seconds later, with a very cool and composed look, I gave my opinion. Little did I expect that I would be the first one to get full marks in case opinion. To my utter shock and astonishment, I was awarded full marks in case opinion for the first time. Running straight to my professor's office, I asked my professor how I was awarded full marks on this test, unlike my past tests. The answer I got was very simple. I got full marks because the answer I stated was right, like every other time. But the reason behind me getting no marks in case opinions in past tests was because I always lost my cool. I was in a deep panic frenzy mode during the test, and I always jumped to conclusions very soon, even before thinking about the case in multiple scenarios. In short, my behavior was undetective, and I never kept my cool by analyzing the cases, and lastly, I never tried to use my common sense in most of the cases. History repeated again. While searching for some clues about the target, I searched all corners for answers. It was very hard to get hold of the minister's past school record. Searching through the students and staff record, I didn't find anything suspicious, nor any idea about who the target will be. Cramming my head for too long just made my head hurt a lot in the case I was taking on a toll on my body, and nothing made sense at all. Multiple questions were running through my head. Why did the kidnapper choose to kidnap a child whose father is someone who has a very high place in the country's politics? Why did the father never try to search properly for his daughter for the past 2 years? With many thoughts running through my head, many solutions even came to my brain. After searching for much evidence, why did I never try to join the evidence I got into one single piece? That's because I never tried to use my common sense. After searching the CCTV footage I got, I tried to note the faces of all people in the clip. Looking at the school record for any matching face, I finally found the target's pic. Now all I had to do was to get the information about him before my real work as an investigator begins. Acquiring information about the target is a very easy job. Once you know the face and the name of the target, with all clues and information I've got, I'm extremely confident that I got hold of the criminal. But all my efforts went down the drain when I realized that the kidnapper was dead 2 days after the whole kidnapping fiasco. And what's more funny is that they found a child's body lying in a warehouse and they assumed that to be the minister's child. Before we move on to the last phase of this module, let's recall what all we learned in this module. Being in a panic and frenzy mode won't help you achieve answers, nor would it help you solve problems. Think and analyze the situation for a long time before you jump to solve the problem. Use your common sense. Sometimes the answer must be within your reach, but it's just you never give attention to it. So in this module, you learn that a calm and steady mind helps you to achieve a lot more than you think. Use your wit before you decide to draw your conclusion. Use your common sense. Sometimes you may never know the answers might be still within your reach. Stay tuned, we still have the last module to complete. And also, it is high time we know the truth behind this whole unsolved mystery case. Thank you.